Yeah, let's get into it, man. Yeah, let's get into it, famos. Uh, yeah, I was listening to the Baba, the Elder Rashawn, talking about Louisiana burning up. Yeah, I mean, we had a lot. It's so much stuff. The dust plumes that blanket the East Coast and the West Coast, what have you. Canada, that dust plume that came out of Canada was burning all the timber and the lumber and all that, making those big dust plumes and spread out through the different states and jurisdictions and stuff like that. It's so much stuff going on, people. But stay strong. That's all I can tell y'all. Simply because you get caught up with all this bad news and feel like it's no hope, but it is. So I got good news for you. If you pray, if you meditate, and if you know of the Creator, and you respect the laws, statutes, and commandments, you're going to be all right. But if you give into this man-made religion of the 1%, you give into these demonic people that want you to sell your soul, you can forget it. You got witches, you got warlocks all over the place. And you got to know some of these people are all the way in. They done sign up for it and they don't care. The only thing they know is the bag, by any means necessary. By any means necessary. They will sell their mom and dad down the drain, vice versa. They will sell their kids, and they already have been doing that. Child trafficking, all this, man, all this child trafficking. Where are these kids? Where are missing and exploited kids? Where are they disappearing? See, you don't hear about this on the local news because the local news is controlled by who? They are, look, they're told to say, okay? They are controlled too. They are told what to say. They are puppets, okay? And this is why, not only TikTok, this is why they monitor. I'm telling you, they watching us. Y'all keep crying about some of y'all channels getting shadow banned. Y'all getting false flagged by no reason because certain demonic people that controls and developers that controls these platforms, they're satanic. They don't want some of this truth to get out. So either you put up with it, or you know the next alternative. You will have to learn or get someone that can make your own. You'll make your own platform, and you have your own website, and you produce your own. Everything is you. And get a merchant account so you can get paid for what you do. Or put up with the Hell's Kitchen. You can run to TikTok. They got rules and regulations. You can run to Rumble. They got rules and regulations. You can run to all these streaming apps. The streaming apps, they still got rules. It's things you can say. It's things you can show and say. And it's things you can't show and say. Then you got these underground. You still got these underground sites and stuff like that. So you got to now play the social media game. I'm talking to the ones that's content creators and interested in signing up with one of these major platforms. If you don't know how to play a social media game, you're going to be short. You're going to be suffering, It's a game, and it's a serious game, So, yeah. So, it's a lot I want to chop up with y'all, because it's well needed. When you sit around and see it all, a lot of things, like I said, going down. A lot of things going down. I noticed where I live at, the grocery stores used to stay open until like 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. And the pecking order time, now they're closing with the chickens in their hen house. I mean, they're closing like 9 o'clock now. 9 o'clock. Grocery stores. The Giant and the Safeways, they just stay open like 12, 1 o'clock. Or close to it. I didn't believe until, I was riding with my nephew. I was like, man, what's up? We was trying to get some groceries and stuff. I said, man, what's up with this, man? He said, I told you, Unc. These joints closed early now. I said, what? Because of crime. Well, because of crime. Crime. Brothers and sisters ain't educating themselves, so they won't have to work. So they can work. So they won't have. Brothers and sisters not educating themselves. This is why they ain't working. Because certain jobs is either taken over by AI already, or certain jobs are obsolete or decimated because machines can do it and stuff like that. And I keep telling people, it's pretty soon, if you don't got no knowledge in technology, you're going to be suffering. You're going to be suffering because pretty soon they're going to have machines. They already got machines that can clean floors now. So the janitors, the janitors going to be obsolete. They'll have machines doing janitorial work. I seen a robot already unload a truck. Like when brothers or sisters do moving, they stock the truck up with boxes, or they unload or load trucks. They got robots. They got robots doing that now. So the mediocre jobs or the pecking order jobs is going to be obsolete. Yeah, that means if you don't have no knowledge in software development, you don't have no knowledge in software, hardware, you're gonna be short. You don't have no knowledge in programming, you're gonna be short. You don't have no knowledge in cyber law, as far as being a cyber police or law enforcement agent, you're gonna be short. Why do you think everyone jumping on social media, people? Why do you think everyone jumping on YouTube? Why do you think all these brothers and sisters getting channels, podcasts? They thinking of all kinds of stuff because they know the money is being outsourced, and it's being, they're trying to digitize the money. And that's another thing. Cashless society, you got a lot of people ain't used paper money in almost a decade or 2 decades. Just everything is on their cards. Bank card, credit card, Chime card, Cash App card, PayPal card. You got a lot of people walking around here ain't never used no money in 20 years. It's like they don't even know what a new $100 bill look like. They don't even care about it because everything is digital. It's people already that set themselves up not to use green paperback, silverback, or copperback. They already set themselves up. They already set themselves up not even to use it no more. You got financial wizards out here. Their credit's so good. They can buy a $500,000 home or $1 million home on a card. That's right. They purchased the house on a card. It's real, people. You don't have to use it. You don't have to use money no more. You don't. But that's look, you buy sodas with cards now. Some machines, they give you an option. You can debit, swipe your card at the soda machines. Back in the day, you used to put your change. Shit, they got the card reader right there. Boop, get your sodas. Card. Clothes, gasoline, card. Hey man, people now, with their little numbers used to go up. You know, them old gas station pumps, you see the numbers will go up, the dollars and cents. Now it's electronic now. Back in the day, it wasn't electronic. I remember them old gas pumps. It wasn't electronic back in the day. It was like metal behind there or something, and it just moved slow. Yep. But that is how technology is. It's replacing, them days of the old fashioned is gone. Bro, you got cars. Look at the cars now. Practically all computers. Running off of solar energy now. Smart cars. Hey, like I tell people, it's up to the individual. You can play around if you want, but y'all gotta. I'm gonna chop it up in this videos. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Technology, misinformation. It's gonna be a long diatribe. Gotta talk about these female rappers I've been hearing. Pushing the red light district on the young girls as far as social media is. The bad influences still in the entertainment industry. I got a lot, goddamn lot to talk about. Now, I'm about to play me some YouTube music. I want y'all to stay tuned now. Yeah, come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. It's up to y'all. Yep. Play with some of this YouTube music. Test my live out on my phone. See how it sounds. Yeah. It's sounding on my phone. Yeah. This is how we do it. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do it. Yeah. I'm just testing this joint out. Okay. See this up here. Bluetooth on. Get back to the chat. Get back to the chat, you know what I'm saying? Test this Bluetooth out. read it the first time. I don't know what the hell going on here. Doing that shit, y'all. Got it. 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 Now I gotta do this. Gotta do this. What's up with this, man? Come on, y'all, stop. Man, get up out of here, man. Please, y'all. Get back in my head. Come on, y'all. Come on. What's the matter? Alright, I'll play this one. I think I heard it before.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I
Sounds pretty good. Man, if y'all don't come on, man. Oh, man. All Among Productions. 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 Yeah, back at y'all. Just a little something. Yeah, that's what I mean about technology. Allows you to do certain stuff. Far as studio stuff too. Like I said, you just gotta want to do it. Anything in life you gotta want to do and have a positive outlook on life, or you just ain't gonna do it. You can be one of those in the spectator section until you shrivel up and blow away like dust. And I definitely don't want to go out like that. I don't know about y'all. I don't. So it's time to get with it or get gone. A lot of people are getting gone. And it's not it's by their own actions. It's the way you want to live. Now let's get back what I was going to talk about. Now you got these rappers. These women, you know, this new generation. You know, and I'm wondering, I'm sitting back, I'm not surprised what I hear and see, because the family unit, especially when it comes to melanated sisters that's in the hip hop industry, if it ain't no code, and there ain't no ethics, if it ain't no morals and dogma as far as law, statutes, and commandments within how a woman supposed to, you know, present herself, well, there you have it. You either gonna have a lady with some kind of religious backbone, women of religious backgrounds, or you gonna have ones that push this sexism, push this street value, prostitution, red light district indoctrination, and that's what's going on. And people are appalled. Well, now it's time for the supervisors of your young ones, as far as the females are concerned, is to raise your daughters right. But now, see, it gets deeper into this. You got the mama twerking on TikTok and YouTube and want to be an Instagram model, damn near pushing 50. Wearing scantily clad stuff, wearing stuff that don't lead nothing to the imagination. I mean, what you expect? You know, then you got the daughter sitting there or in the room watching her mother cutting the rug, acting like a stone cold hoochie mama. And then they watch the rappers. That's just now it's reheated, readvised, and it really indoctrinates. You know, it really is propaganda. As far as the propaganda, as far as the narrative is pushed, it really gets them possessed. As far as the sexuality, as far as how a woman of the 2000s is supposed to act as a young lady. This is a trend. This is where it's at. You know, this is how you can get paid as a melanated sister. act like a straight up prostitute. And it leads down to the same old, same old. Either you get ran through, you can get ran through, you can get ran down. Your biological clock is ticking. The things you used to have, they're going to deteriorate even quicker because you live in a sinful life. You sex, partying, rock and rolling, you drinking, you smoking, you doing everything under the sun. You got every Tom, Dick, and Harry jumping on your body like a goddamn trampoline. And pretty soon, you gone. No culinary skills, no how to cook, no morals or ethics, don't know how to be motherly, don't know what it is to respect your soulmate and your opposite sex, which is a man, because it wasn't ever there in the first place. And see, that's what y'all, in the first place, this is what y'all vloggers got to understand. I know there's a lot of brothers and sisters that, this gender war and all this stuff, and talk about the plight of the black woman and the black man, vice versa. These are why the families are messed up. I seldomly hear y'all go and talk about the origin of it. It's an origin to this, man. It just didn't become like this. It just didn't become like this. Like the women y'all talking about that's rapping about this stuff now. How long was this stuff being pushed on them? See? That's what you understand. Who was raising those women that once were children? Who was raising them? What kind of environments did they grow up in? See, we jump on YouTube. Oh, they pushing prostitution. Oh, Lord, they ain't right. They hoes, they skanks. Ho, pump your brakes. Have some respect. Even though y'all totally correct, but have some respect. Pump your brakes. And 9 times out of 10, they're victims of circumstances. How was they raised? Let me tell you something, people. Let me tell you something. Half of these women done seen their moms suck dudes off in the projects and everything. As little girls, peeping through the peephole, peeping through the, how the projects is. Some of those project tenements ain't got damn doorknobs. You look straight through it, there ain't no goddamn lock. It's just a hole, and that's it. And 9 out of 10, it's a sock or tissue. It's not tissue. It's a sock in there to cover up the hole. That's how the ghetto is. Or don't got no door. Don't got no door at all. Don't ain't got a door. That's how the hood is. So they probably done seen their moms getting hit from the back, getting trains ran on their moms on their knees randomly. The construction man, the utility man, the businessman, the D-boy, all walks of life coming in through the front, through the back, mom getting tossed like a goddamn ping pong. And they, as little daughters, and then they may be getting tampered with. So when they rap these lyrics, you gotta think about this. What kind of household, what kind of background these young women come from? They may have been grossly molested. They may have been tampered with, innocence taken at an early age, or they may be seeing their moms getting it in. And usually, those scenarios I didn't talked about, one of those probably, if it ain't all 3, it's one of the 3, or even more. Wake up. Y'all act like y'all all this singling out. If y'all gonna look, man, let me tell y'all something. If y'all gonna talk about black women talking about prostitution, let's talk about the whole thing about prostitution. Talk about the lifestyle of pimpism and whoredom. Talk about the lifestyle of Playboy mags and hustler mags. Talk about the lifestyle of San Francisco and the West Coast when it comes to pornography and everything under the sun. Talk about that. Until you get those institutions, until those institutions are eradicated, those ways of thinking are eradicated, you can forget it. Now you got it in AI now. Now you got it in AI. So it's a constant battle. But the parents that still have a heart that see this as negative when it comes to it's y'all responsibilities to raise your children. Because I'm sorry, those sisters gonna keep rapping so long as they get in their bag and they know this is getting they living to them, they living good off of what they say. They give two less shits. Because it's really not their responsibility. You can talk all you want until y'all turn blue in the face. It's y'all responsibility. If you know it's wrong, take that phone away from them, take that laptop, but it's so sad. And these days, some of the parents scared of their kids. Where they do that at? So, that's that. Moving on. All right. Moving on. You know, the 50 years of hip hop, again, you know, I like my Public Enemies, my X-Clans, Mobb Deeps, Wu-Tang Clan, EMPD, Redman. You know, the list goes on. To the fallen soldiers and to the ones that's legendary, to the sisters too. Again, because I like to come in with the sword, to speak. When you have a art form that was created and for the b-boys and the graffiti and the railroad tracks and the train tracks with all they art spray painted on the wall, the raps, the battle raps from poverty on the streets, the inner core of the conception and the birth of hip hop. When you think about all that, then you got sectors, different levels to hip hop. You know, you got gangsters that went legitimate by being talented to rap and transition from the streets into rap, which was gangster rap. So you gotta understand. Then you had guys that was, Islamic, Christian, positive thinkers, philosophers, men of knowledge and skullduggery that transition into the rap game. So you got a gumbo pot of collectives when it comes to the industry. Then you got witches and warlocks. That is record execs, A&Rs, and everything. You know? Don't you know they take when they mix and master certain people when they get the new booty, and some of them they don't really know nothing about the industry, and they promise them gifts. That's the Lord. That's a hook, line, and sinker, and all that. Sex, money, drugs. Rented cars and rented jewelry and all that. Faking it until they make it. But that's the front. That's the hook, line, and sinker. Leasing shit to the artists and stuff like that. Then they gotta work it off by their talent. So not only they getting a little money, they gotta pay back to what was lended to them by like a loan. But it's extortion. But here's the thing. Case in point. They mix and master they raps, and they get it in the producing room, soundproof room. I'm talking about top notch professional shit, and they do seances and satanic. They do satanic. I'm not gonna call them prayers because I'm gonna call them what it is. They do a ceremony, a demonic ceremony over that mixing and mastering. So not only you sign your name in blood, the very thing that you create and bring to the final, the final say so and all, when it's all the bells and whistles, when it's all said and done by the mixing and mastering, it's cursed. So you got a lot of brothers and sisters that don't know this knowledge. They just like the sound and like the grittiness of it. You're actually supporting Satan. Y'all worshiping Satan by listening to that. It's not only demon trap rap. It's already been heightened, and it's already been, people put chants on it. They put curses on it. So by you listening to it, you're being damned. By you listening to it, you entertaining it. By you listening to it, you promoting it. By you listening to it, you cursing yourselves. I hear people, well, man, that's music to drive by to. Okay. So if it's music to drive by to, so as you listening to it, demonic possession is manifesting within you. You got it hooked up to your ears. Listen now, pay attention. You got it hooked up to your ears. You're meditating on it. You're nodding on it. You got that acoustic sound because they got some earphones now. It's like you're in a goddamn theater. Top flight. So you all, that's why you see people getting in accidents, or you see these people walking around in the street. They're in a trance. They're all in that music. And they walked into someone, or fell down, or almost got hit by a car, because now their minds, it's like their soul is in that satanic music. It's a form of musical hypnosis. That's what it is. Demonic musical hypnosis. Demonic music hypnosis. You hear me? And this is what it is. And then one thing leads to another. People say, well, that's okay. Quit the bullshit. Some of these guys committed crimes, and females, due to rap. Oh, you can't blame it on the artist. It's them. It was already in them. It maybe was. You might be correct, but by you producing that, by people that's projecting and producing and supporting this shit and putting it out on the airwaves, that's the lighter. That's the lighter to the gasoline. Now it's on burn, flamboyant. Okay? It's like you got the light to light the wick. Explosion. See? You put flame, you put fuel to the fire. Basically, you put fuel to the fire, or fire to the motherfucking fuel. You hear me? You just brung it out. It might have been mad. It might have been in them internally on the thought process, but by them now you bringing it out. See? Now I done watched many documentaries, okay, about mass murderers and shit like that, and especially the men. Alcohol, drugs, and pornography. And masturbating, alcohol, drugs, and pornography. Let me tell you something. That is a concoction of hellish ways. That is a concoction of hellish ways. And that's some concoction. So now you're frying your mind. You're not only liberated, you're sexually devastated, you're degenerate, you're a pervert, because you're playing with yourself, you pleasuring yourself by looking at visual and audio sexuality. But some dudes, in their cerebral cortex, I forgot that gland, dopamine. That dopamine gland, what's up in that mind? Yeah, I think it's dopamine, cerebral cortex dopamine. I'm talking about the certain sensors in your brain. It taps in that, but it intensifies in some dudes, and they act on it. It no longer becomes a way of perversion by staying in an apartment or hiding away in an alley somewhere with a phone, jacking off. Now they want the real thing. Then here we go. They're off to the races. They knocking the women over the head, dragging them in the alley, dragging them in the woods. Then one thing leads to another. Boom, boom. Then they realize they committed a crime. Then they might have a murderous thought. Then there you go. Because they don't want to be sought out. They don't want to be caught. So they got to cover their tracks. But did y'all catch on? It's due to the alcohol, the drugs, and pornography. That was the devices that enhanced that thought process as far as degenerate, murderous behavior and perverted behavior. Those substances, those things that infect, those are the demonic devices that was infecting that brain until it acted out in reality. See? Like I say, everything I'm telling you, you can go look it up for yourselves. These things, these devices, these demonic substances and everything that got to do with it, is enhance you in a negative way. Then people go on sinful ways. If they don't have no knowledge of praying, if they don't know the Most High, if they don't know the law, statute, commandments, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. First, you have to study. First, you have to see, where does this come from? The origin. Why do these people act out the way they do? Why you think you pray? Why you think it's a being called God? Why you think it's scriptures? Why you think He calls men to the ministry, to be vessels, to preach over congregations? Why do you think He has a choir board? Why do you think in the old-fashioned churches, the bowels of the church, they had a pulpit under the stage up under there, so you get baptized in the bowels of the church? Why do you think you got pews situated in certain ways? Why do you think they got a podium with a microphone and the congregation sits and the choir board is in the back and the preachers sit on the podium and look over the congregation? That's all symbolism. That's all holy symbolism. But the images within those stationary buildings need to be taken down. See? So you guys, if you're gonna be real about this thing we call God, it's not a thing, it is. That's another thing. It's not a thing, it is. It is the thing. Not only the thing, it's the very force that governs us, our lives. Because without Him, it wouldn't be us. Without the Most High, it wouldn't be us. Do you understand? Without God, you wouldn't have a brain. Without God, you wouldn't know how to eat. Without God, you wouldn't know how to talk. Without God, and you got these fools that was created by God, just like me and you, practicing racism, practicing satanic verses, practicing this, practicing that, and forgetting about God, and this ain't that. And this is why He got to come back, because they're closing the door on them. They're closing the door on a very entity and on a very superpower that created everything in its existence. I don't care what people think about me, man. and on social media or off of social media, on virtual reality or reality. I care two less shits what people think about me, because that's what you are. You're people. I'm people. I'm flesh. I'm not man. I'm not the man upstairs, and I be damn. I want to listen to a man that walked this earth, that breathed the same air I breathe, that drank the same thing I drink, and all that. I'm not gonna put all my trust in man. Are you kidding me? You think I'm a goddamn fool? Do you hear me? No man is an island. No man is a god. He's a vessel. And you got two vessels. You got holy vessels and satanic vessels. You got guys that preach the Most High, and you got guys that preach Lucifer. Okay? It's time to get serious. Everyone getting on the internet. Oh, stay to your Bible. Live out the law, statutes, commandments in your individual lives. Stay steadfast, stay vigilant, stay to your Bible. Live out the scriptures and the scriptures you read in the Bible. If you read the scriptures, you like the scriptures, now it's time to apply those scriptures to your everyday life and live them out. Or you just a bench warmer. You're a faker. You're a hypocrite. When people keep talking this, I'm not scared. The reason why I'm not scared, because I know of him. Okay? Like I tell people, cut it. Oh, no, I've been there. What you talking about? Okay, I got it. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and this is one of them. Why should I hide all my talent in, as far as oratorial skills, as far as being an orator, as far as being a guy of commentary? Why in the hell I should hide my shit? Excuse my expression. Why should I hide my positivity? Why should I not share this with the world? Why go to the grave or go to the dirt without helping other folk through my commentary? And that's what I'm doing. I'm helping other folks to see that it is a higher power. It is a God. And if you don't seek him out, oh, how do you know he is him? How you know he okay, let's put it like this. If you don't seek the Most High out, prepare for a life of struggle. Prepare for suffering. Prepare for a whole lot of disappointment. Let me say, if you do not seek the Most High out, excuse me, that's the air conditioner in the background. If you do not seek the Most High out, prepare for a life of suffering. Prepare for setbacks. Prepare for people doing you wrong. Prepare. Because that's what's going to keep happening. Because if you don't seek the Most High, you're going to live. I guarantee you, your life is going to consist of hell every single day. Now, if you do seek the Most High, and if you you do have a personal relationship, a personal relationship with the Most High, and you be obedient to his law, statutes, and commandments. If you be obedient to the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, if you be obedient to the law, statutes, I'm telling you, not disobedient, obedient, and live out the scriptures within your individual lives. And if you want to evangelize, you call it evangelize and talk about the Lord, the scriptures, the law, statutes, and commandments, and bringing it to reality to help the ones that need to be needed, that want to make that great transition for holiness. Now, if you on that road, he will point you out your enemies. And your enemies think they got you fooled. He'll point them right out. He will show you signs of people within your family that's your enemy, that has evil thoughts for you, that has only nothing but they want to tear you apart. They want to see you destroyed. See, this what God will do. Well, why you say that? Such and such and such? Because I could talk to someone, and I know when they my enemy. That's right. I can sit back, drink with you, smoke with you, and the very thing you planning, I already know what you planning, because I already been showed the sign that you my enemy. It can be a family member. But if you blinded by sin, see, that's the thing when you out there in the devil's playground. You don't know who gonna hit your head. Because that's it, that's the whole thing. You're not part of the cloth. You're cut from another cloth, and that cloth is a demonic cloth. So how the hell are you gonna see danger and you are danger? Huh? That's like two thieves in the night, two killers in the night. They blinded because they in the devil's playground. But when you with the Most High, when you're in a congregation of the Most High, He will show you your enemies. He will show you danger when it's about to happen. You will be pre-warned not to go this way, not to go that way, because you got the angels of protection on you. You got the armor of the Most High on you. But when you don't, you're dethroned. You're armor. You don't have no armor. You don't have no. You don't got no Teflon on. You don't got no bulletproof vest. You all out for the wolves. You all out for the satanic wolves and the dogs of hell to devour your soul, because you're not in God's. There you go. Wake up, y'all. How is it? You can. How is it? How is it? You're a good person, right? And you hear God, don't go to that spot tonight. You was thinking about going at a certain time, but He told you not to go. But someone else end up in that spot and get lit up. Then you be like, that could have been me. There's your answer right there. There is your answer right there. How many scenarios people been in and took that for granted? I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't your time, and God was talking to you, and you took heed, and you obeyed, and you was obedient, and that's why you still here today. The other person, figure that one out. All right. Oh, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. You know, it's a new slang. You know, people. Check this out. I've been hearing this for a while. Be safe. But no one adds on this. Hey, stop saying be safe. Tell people pray to God and come into the understanding of the scriptures and pray for protection. Tell people that. Pray to be sincere. Pray to God. He protects you. When you wake up in the morning, thank God for waking up the next morning. Thank God when you go to sleep. That's why I say good night. Tell God, I'm going to sleep now. I want to rest peacefully, God. I'm tired. Ask God you sleep a peaceful sleep. Ask God to please bless you to wake up to see another day. And thank God you still breathing to see another day. How many people take this for granted? I pray to God for my safety. People can say be safe all you want. But I'm gonna tell you one. I'm gonna tell you. You pray to God. God, I'm going out into this world. Please put the angels around me, Lord. Please let me get home through the highways and byways. Please let me see another morning, Lord. Please, Lord. Please. I don't want to end up getting hit by a stray bullet. I don't want to hit up. Because when you talk to him, now you are fellowshipping with him. Now you are talking straight to the creator like a direct phone line. You on a one-way telephone call and you're talking to heaven and you're talking to the God and the host of heaven, which is the angels there. And this is why I don't worry about being telling some. I mean, people, like I say, it's a good gesture. Be safe, be safe. But you cannot watch over me as a human being. Only God can watch over me, and the host thereof, which is the angels. Only they can watch over me. This is why you pray to God and the angels for protection out in the highways and byways of the world, because they're the only ones can direct that bullet or direct that car from not hitting you. They're the ones that telephone wire gets split by a storm and electrocute a couple people, and it sways and goes out somewhere and don't hit you. Man can't stop that. Okay? Trying to get real here, people. Yes, it is high powers out here. And if you don't think so, you're foolish. You're foolish, and you need some understanding here. You got men out here, if y'all don't stop, men and women, if y'all don't stop talking about the Bible, if y'all don't start debating about laws, the laws books, if y'all don't stop talking about this is plagiarism, if y'all don't stop adding and subtracting, I'm telling you, the fire pits is amongst y'all. And this is one of the things I see on YouTube every single day almost. You got a lot of people, well, this is this. What that got to do with saving souls? And having the people doing all these debates, they ain't saving no souls. Some of the congregations look like a hole in the wall in a club. Just a few people there, and you gotta wonder why. People talking about tribalism and all this and all that. God created the human race. He did not create one race. If he did, it wouldn't be different nationalities. Wake up. If God created one race, it wouldn't have been one race. We the true tribe of this. Blah, blah, blah. You cannot get in the kingdom because you ain't the chosen ones. Ask me this question. Why do we got Chinese? Why do we got Cambodian? Why do we got Japanese? Why do we got Mexicans, El Salvadorans, Portuguese? Why do we got Italians? Why do we got Africans? The list goes on. Why do we got Native Americans? Why is they still here? If it was just only one race, why is these different nationalities and ethnicities still here? It was only just one race. Why is they still got countries? Why do we got countries called this? Russia. Why do we got countries called Pakistan? Why do we got countries called Sicily? Why do we got countries called Nigeria, Cambodia, Sudan? Why do we got Zimbabwe? Why do we got different countries with different dialects, different cultures, different indigenous people, different way of religion, different way of diet, different, man. And you wonder why. It's like I say, he got to come back. That confusion is going to send people straight to hell. And then all it is confusion. It's confusion. Don't got nothing to do with fellowshipping with the Most High. Don't got nothing to do with making it into the celestial sphere. Don't got nothing to do with fellowshipping with Most High. Don't got nothing to do with living a productive and a holy. Don't got all distractions, all disturbance that will send you to the deepest parts of the lava pit. Don't got nothing to do with nothing. while your family's suffering. Alcoholics in your family, drug addicts, people running around STD'd up, AIDS and all kinds of stuff that you never heard of. Man-made disease, people trying to be like God and this, that, and y'all want to sit around here and talk about who got the best religion. Let me tell you something. It's not about competition. This is not a race relay. This is not the NBA. This is not the NFL. This is not soccer. This is not a competitive, athletic, spiritual sport. It's not a sport. It don't got nothing to do with competition. If you're going to be right about the law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to be obedient to the Most High. If you're not, you're hellbound. And all y'all people that keep fussing, preachers keep fussing against preachers, people keep talking about people's churches, all y'all doing or the devil is having a good time. And then, what I've been saying, all this worldly stuff that's taking place in this church, you might as well put a crystal ball, you might as well put a stripper pole, you might as well put everything, you might as well put a bar, you might as well do everything. I done seen preachers wearing high heels. What is going on? I done seen preachers, churches are like clubs. What's going on? So now you poking fun at the most sacred and the most biblical and the most ancient of all days institution and synagogue of righteousness, not the synagogue of Satan, the synagogue of righteousness. You poking fun at the Heavenly Father and his institution of ministry when it comes to him and the host of angels by the influence of the Holy Ghost calling certain men the ministry that's called to preach the real word of God. Now you poking fun at that. And to the ones that's doing that, your day is coming. The church is not a clubhouse. The church is not a strip club. The church is not a bar. The church is not a prostitution den. A church is not a child trafficking den. People in there dancing, moonwalking, twerking in the church. Women coming in there looking like they just came from a strip club last night in the church. You pull that skirt up thing right there. She don't have even bent over. You can just walk up, bloop, right up in her, in the church. That's why I know. And let me tell you something. Whatever y'all know than that's going on within the United States and abroad, foreign, and the ones who's got these institutions projecting these sinful institutions they call churches, which is not churches, they are just clubs. And they ain't fellowshipping, they ain't worshiping too, they worshiping the devil because it's satanic. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all talk about stuff and y'all wonder why society is getting worse because y'all are responsible for that. Y'all are responsible for that. So how can you talk against something and the very thing you're talking against, you involved in it by your actions? And to the ones, y'all know, I know you, I'm talking to you. And I hope you burning inside. I hope you suffering inside, using the Most High to justify, and you still in the devil's pulpit. Get out of here, man. Can't talk about the Most High, and you around here supporting all kinds of filth within the church, and plus y'all clergies too. Get out of here. Enough said, man. Enough said, people. Enough said. I think I done my just due. An hour and 4, yeah, and going. Love y'all. Yeah, man, this is a long live today. Long live. Good live. Peace and love to the chat. Love y'all. Subscribe, share the live, and try to stay alive and stop jiving around and playing with y'all lives.